you're untouchable. Word life. This is basic thunder.
Yeah, enough of that shit. Instead of word life, shave life. But thank you, David Gonzalez. Love the shirt. Love the shirt. Love both of them. I really like this one, which a few of y'all have, which I'm glad you do. And my little blemish here is acting up. I'm going out in about an hour. Gonna meet a group of friends, go watch Cowboys Bengals at a place with a nice view. I did something stupid. And this involves reading directions. So those who have barbicide, it's a concentrated thing, right? It's concentrated liquid. Well, idiot here didn't follow directions initially, and was soaking some of the stuff just to clean it up, sterilize it. Well, I had some stuff that was one piece, aka Gillette Slim, and I let it sit for a while, and it stripped the plating off it in places. Now it's a beautiful kind of coppery look, but I'm sending it off to Delta Echo probably sometime this week and get a custom two-tone job. Maybe not custom, maybe just the black and silver they do, because I'm a San Antonio Spurs fan, being in San Antonio, but yeah, follow directions like everything else in this world. Alright, let's get into the shave. Soap, I've used it before on camera. I want a really slick shave. I've got just over a day's growth. Cold River Soapworks Oliva, which is their olive oil. This is their vegan formula. So this is their Aqua de Jo scent called Colonia Mediterranea, or Mediterranea. Going to go with the 24 ml Passoff that's been soaking from Razor Rock. Lucky Tiger Face Tonic. Stray Whisker After Balm, of course. Crown King Aqua DG Aftershave. T. Shanley AM Moisturizer and Eye Cream. And the Walmart knockoff of Aqua de Jo, just called de Jo Port Home. It actually is a very nice cheap clone, like $8. Cheap knockoff of Aqua de Jo. Razor Merkur 34C with the Perma-Sharp now after one shave. Had the puck bloom in, let the face hit the bloom water. It's a great scent. This wasn't blooming too long, so it's really just more face wetting than there's anything else, and knocking off a little surface layer from when I closed it up last time. So let's get to the load of the brush here, because as we have learned, Ken Can't Lather. I should call my page Ken Can't Lather. Probably make a lot more sense. I have a slightly different angle. I backed up the stand I rest my tablet on, but you get the idea. And I think I'm learning I need to work with my animal brushes versus synthetic, because I can load a synthetic pretty well. I really don't have a problem loading this up. So blade's warmed, everything, so we're good to go, minus getting into the shave. God, I really hate that eruption. It's not an ingrown, at least. That's where I normally would get my ingrowns that I've talked about in other videos. Definitely not an ingrown, it's just a pimple that came up and I picked at it. So I got a nice little red dot. Okay, so two things I'm like philosophically ticked off at. It's shave related. I'm ticked off that 1X shave soap wasn't in stock. It hasn't been in stock for a while on ItalianBarber.com, because I love the aftershave so much. I really want the soap, especially at the price. And I didn't know that Cold River Soapworks, although more expensive, makes one of their select soaps, Puro Fresco, I think it's called. If Chris Bailey, if I recall Chris Bailey correctly, I think it was that. It's supposed to smell like 1X. A little more expensive, clearly, but these are slick soaps. They're great latherers. They do the job. I'd have no problem paying for it, because I really like the scent. Then secondly, the 26 mil Bruce handle, the big Bruce, I didn't know it came out, and I missed it. I would have put it in my order. I ordered the Hawk and some other stuff. It's like over $100 order. I would have slapped it on for $10.99. So, but the thing is, when I thought about it, although, what is 2 millimeters going to do that, and more, that 24 isn't doing already? I get plenty of face coverage. Would it make much more difference except for, I don't think so. Not because my lathering technique is more of an issue than the soap or the soap or the or anyway, it's me versus the soap or the brush, the tools. I'm gonna pause 1 second. Puppy dog wants back in. Be right back. And we're back. So, all right, let's get in. Perma-Sharp is great in the 34C. If you haven't used it in a 34C, get something to try. Excuse me. We'll work there. Probably my favorite sharp, sharper end blade. Like I said, if feather is the quote unquote industry standard for sharpness, but obviously, I totally agree with Nick Shave's not the smoothest blade. Probably one of the least smooth blades out there. I dare say Perma-Sharp is just maybe just below Kai. Kai is so smooth and sharp. I mean, the main detractor from Kai is the price. They are not cheap. I mean, they run up 30-something cents a blade in a 100-pack, I believe. Just like Med Preps. Holy black towel. See, they made a new red one. Anthony Esposito's last video had it. He's got his video out called Vintage Shave using the fat and a rubber set with a Samog bore knot and an old Wade and Butcher. Kevy Shave's new video. It's just his birthday, so if you didn't wish him happy birthday, please do. He's a neat guy. He went to go see Frankie Boyle, who's a Scottish comedian. And if you know stand-ups at all, if you know Jimmy Carr, who's English, but does do a lot of work in New York, but most of his shows are done in England. But he's in New York a lot, working on stuff at the clubs. He tours. Frankie Boyle is also a writer for... oh, damn. I just forgot his name. I just said it. For Jimmy Carr. So they have a very similar sense of humor. It's brutal. Frankie is even more brutal than Jimmy, I think. He also does, they do kind of the same shtick where they also do some audience, pick you out of the audience shtick. And, Kevy was worried, and I don't blame him. I mean, I listen to a lot of my Pandora to comedians, and Jimmy Carr and Frankie Boyle, like I said, as they work together. They show up on the same channel. And oh my God. Frankie can destroy people. He's so funny. Yeah. I tell you, after finally learning, thanks to Bulldog handle on certain heads, my shave time minus my yakking and babbling and whatever else has drastically increased using the 34C, because you know it, you trust it, you most of you love it. I just want to be clean shaven and smooth, and I'm going out with people, and I just have a tendency. Gave myself a bit of a haircut using the clippers, just a quick. I don't trim the top. Next week I'll go in and have them really even it out and take a little off the top. I do the sides to a point. I do a 3-2-1 guard system. I take the 3 up pretty much. I divide the hair at the parts and take the 3 up and then 2 halfway and then hit the 1 close in, kind of a taper. It was just too unruly. Well, I'm on the hands here, although no problem with the brush really. And so plenty of lather. Watch when I pull this out to do cleanup. It's holding a lot of lather. I just pulled it out here and look at. Yeah, I guess I had enough water in the brush, and still, even after the wring out, and I didn't really bloom the puck long. I mean, I literally did it a few minutes before I turned on the camera. And literally a few minutes, not even 5. It was like I had it blooming in the shower, you know, for 10 minutes or whatever. Let me slow down and watch my pressure here. I don't want the skin to get hyperreactive. Okay, I gotta bring this up. Although I make typos on Facebook and stuff, I mean, I know my grammar and spelling, but we're all susceptible to typos. But here's the problem. I'm not a business, okay? And when you have a public face, as a customer, and having worked retail, how you present yourself when it comes to sales is important. And I'm sorry, this sounds like I'm nitpicking, but a huge pet peeve of mine is about apostrophe use, whether it's using which form of it's. When it's possessive, it's supposed to be its. When it's it apostrophe s. Yet I see on a post today on Facebook from a certain shaving retailer. I will not name names. They said so and so, it's so and so, as in it's takes it for its first use. Well, if you're taking something for its first use, and I kind of gave away the post probably if you saw it. It means you're taking it to do something, not it is doing something. And there is IT apostrophe S. And another shaving vendor's website, no names mentioned, although I apologize for giving away the one, sort of. many of the descriptions, almost like maybe it was a cookie cutter shell and then the whatever specific product was like fill in the blank Mad Lib, does the IT apostrophe S when it should be ITS. And I know it doesn't, and that's just my hang up. I'm not trying to be a dick, but and while these people, and it's not just two of them, I mean, I've seen it all over, but it's a matter of, you never know what's going to set a customer off. Now, that has not dissuaded me from buying products from either of these companies. I have plenty of each. Whether I bought other, through them or I bought their direct products, I have plenty. So, but it's just because I separate what annoys me from, obviously quality product stuff, but I still talk about it. So when I talk, it's just something I've caught that bothers me that I want to bring to someone's attention. And not because I'm trying to take the piss out of them or, I was going to have a beer. You know what? 1 sec, I'll do the cleanup. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Thanks for that little break. So I'm talking with the Suffolk Shaver. He and I are friends on Facebook now recently, and we chat via the messenger every so often. And we were talking yesterday, and he made, and I've mentioned this, that I'm a hair metal fan. I like 80s metal, into the 90s. My favorite band, I told him, was Iron Maiden. Now, if you're not familiar, some of you have tried this. This is Trooper. It's a ESB, so it's a bitter. And this is their 666 limited version, which means 6.6% by alcohol. I think the regular Trooper is 5.5. This is a 1.9 fluid ounces, so it's about 20 ounces. Nice amber color. Really like it. This is a cool glass. We have this place called the Flying Saucer, and it's in the U.S. and certain towns. And if you drink 200 different beers, you get a plate on the wall with whatever you want on it. And it's not gonna have shaving stuff. It's gonna have beer-related stuff this time. But this was two Texas Independence Days ago now. This is 2015. I love this glass. That is Jim Bowie done up like Ziggy Stardust. So it's Bowie. Jim Bowie, David Bowie. Very cool. So Jim Ziggy Stardust Bowie has his knife. So cheers. Made by Robinson's Brewery, third oldest brewery in England. And they make the two bitters, and they have a porter, which I've got the name of it, and it hasn't hit the U.S. yet, from what I know. All right, back to the cleanup. Split the face. But I wanted to check, since I was talking with someone else before Steven at one time, not too long ago, about the beer. Oh, other friends on Facebook unrelated to the shaving community. But, and in England, actually. And he said you got to try the limited if you like the regular. Because he says the limited is, and the limited is beautiful if you like English bitter. And speaking of bitter, Girly Drinks and Manly Drinks, grade A under A, has coming up on 3 million subscribers on Facebook. Funny motherfucker. Does this thing about girly drinks versus manly drinks, and he says, why can't I have this? It's sweet, fruity, delicious. No, I have to drink beer. And he goes, this is this one drink called Sex on the Beach. Blah. And no, we have to drink something called bitter. Bitter. It's actually called bitter. Well, honestly, newsflash, folks, bitter is not bitter. IPAs, on the other hand, can be a bit bitter. So Ruds, if you watch this, you know me, we've had a quick chat about IPAs, comments and whatever. And Mr. Ruds and I apparently are quite fond of versions of India Pale Ales. And good on your Ruds for that. Manly drinks. IPAs are for men. And a couple of you assholes are saying, well, why are you drinking it, Ken? Because I'm a man that likes good beer, not a man who thinks he can fix shit and drinks Bud Light and Miller Lite. Nothing wrong with a good Miller Lite on tap on a hot day, because it actually is a pretty good light beer, but I'm sorry, I'm drinking IPAs, ESBs, and then session IPAs. They have high alcohol. Alright, so this, without tearing up the skin anymore, is a really good shave. So go into the alum. A little feedback, of course. I expected after doing the slant yesterday. It's going to drain and rinse, and well, I'm good with that. I am fine. While the alum sits, I figure when I post this, I'm gonna tag Doug to see what he thinks of this glass, since Mr. Smythe is he and I have some strange sensibilities, and him even more so than me. So I figured he'd appreciate the cool artwork. If anyone else does too, I just don't know you well enough yet to know your level, I guess. Lucky Tiger. Great post-shave feeling balm. Not balm, a tonic. Very, for what it is, a pronounced orange note. Whatever makes it up. If you don't have any yet, and you want to just go away from the Thayers for a day, it's a little more expensive, obviously. But when this runs out, I'm getting another. Nick Shaves first talked about it. A lot of you have known about this, so I'm Johnny Come Lately, but he talked about it. And with how he talks about his sensitive skin and things of that nature, him liking the post-shave feel, I found if he has irritation from something, I may very likely, although not as much, but he's a lot closer. His reactions and stuff seem to be similar to mine. So, although he will dive into a feather here and there. So now the Aqua DG from Crown King. Actually, it's Agua DG, not Aqua. Southwest, of course, going into Spanish. I did bathe with the bath soap today. Douglas, the one thing I would say about the bath soap, great soap. I would kick up the scent. Whatever the fragrance goes into it, I would kick it up, make it stronger. It's good. It smells nice off the bar, but it doesn't bloom when it hits the water and stuff. So I'd like to see that little more strength in the soap scent. That's just me. Because I have a few others that are a little stronger. But the soap performs. It lathers. It feels great. Gets you clean. I really like that scent. I'm just being picky because I like it that much. It's not a knock. It would be a preference because I want to smell more of it. Okay. All right. So we're going to go all the way through. I want you guys, if you're not doing it, I want you guys to try. You don't have to necessarily get all frou-frou like I am with the eye cream and stuff, but get a moisturizer and do that skin, something with an SPF. Your skin will thank you for it. I'm 43 and people think I'm in my 30s, and I haven't actually been moisturizing that long. Now, part of it's definitely genetics. My grandfather, for the most part, until he passed away, he got sick. Ended up being a cancer that we didn't really know about. My grandfather was not one to say a lot either when he wasn't feeling good. Apparently he was Christian Science at one point before he became Methodist. I don't know. But he was not a man to complain. He wasn't a man to talk a lot either. That may have been his nature, plus being a World War II veteran, that generation didn't necessarily talk about the war much, unless it was specific moments. Even when I tried to pick his brain a little bit later. But I've been fortunate with good genes. My mom is up in age some, and she looks great for her age. I mean, she looks great anyway, but she still looks younger than you think she is. And I want to maintain that. I want to be 65 and look like I'm 45, or you know. So I don't. Of course, I'm in an office, so I don't have a lot of sun exposure. Fat, so I got a little baby, the extra stuff, so I'm not all sunken in. But I don't smoke. I have an occasional cigar, so like I'm talking to David Gonzalez about when I get out to Big Shave West, having a cigar with him. I do that, but that's like once. God, I can't recall the last cigar I had. It was 2015, I'm sure, but maybe early 2016 when I went to Houston with my friends. But yeah, so take care of your skin, because you're already shaving to cut down on irritation and ingrowns, and you get some exfoliation from shaving anyway. But follow it up, you know, get a good cleanser, get a good moisturizer, get a good face regimen. Keep it up, guys. Look your best. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so we're done here. Good shave, minus this blim, and don't have anything to cover it, because not like that. You know, come on, it's going to be there. But very pleased with this shave. So it's going to be football. Cubs don't play tonight because they won. They got to travel to San Francisco. So Monday night they play. So I'll be watching that as opposed to wrestling. So I'll be doing the baseball game, and then I will be probably watching No Mercy tonight on WWE Network, because I'm a wrestling nerd. So with that, cheers to the trooper. Cheers to you, gentlemen. Excuse me, I'm drinking fart. That was lip, not ass. All right, so take care, and I'll get this uploaded, and when you see it, you see it. Bye.